Should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
So, Maxine Waters, there are calls to expel her from Congress now. Why? For inciting violence. She was speaking in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota the other night, and she was talking to a bunch of protesters about the shooting of Daunte Wright, and she was asked about the Derek Chauvin trial over George Floyd's death. And she basically said that if there's anything less than a murder charge, that people should take to the streets, they should, get confrontational. And she knows full well that there have been deadly riots happening for over a year now. She knows all of that, and yet she's still saying this. This is a clear incitement of violence, unlike what we saw with President Trump not too long ago. But we have a video for you guys to see just kind of what Maxine was saying.
We're looking for a guilty verdict. We're looking for a guilty verdict, and we're looking to see if all of the talk that took place and has been taking place after they saw what happened to George Floyd, if nothing does not happen, then we know that we've got to not only stay in the street, but we've got to fight for justice. But I am very hopeful, and I hope that we're going to get a verdict that will say guilty, guilty, guilty. And if we don't, we cannot go away.
And not just manslaughter, right? I mean...
Oh, no, not manslaughter. No. This is guilty for murder. I don't know whether it's in the first degree, but as far as I'm concerned, it's first degree murder.
Well, nothing like mob justice.
As far as she's concerned, it's first-degree murder. First-degree murder isn't even, in play in the Chauvin trial. He's been charged with second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. There's no way anyone could make the case that it was premeditated. But, Maxine, she demands that a first-degree murder charge is that's what Chauvin is convicted of.
Well, you can't allow the facts or the law to get into the way to right. They just want a good old-fashioned lynching is what they want,
or due process.
That is it. It is essentially, yes, it is essentially a lynching. She's not interested in due process, not interested in the definitions of these things. Was it CNN's chief legal analyst earlier today commented about how the defense was defining reasonable doubt.
Right.
Reasonable doubt. And CNN's legal analysts seem baffled by the idea that they would be talking about reasonable doubt and not whether or not he was guilty.
Yeah. And to get to
these are related things. You can't get to the one without the other.
And to get to more of the example, the incitement to violence, this is what Waters says that protesters should do if the right verdict is not reached.
What should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
How much
more confrontational can you get than burning down blocks, throwing bricks through store windows, terrorizing families? She wants it to be more confrontational. Does that mean she wants them to bring weapons? Does she want them to bring hand grenades?
Yeah.
Molotov cocktails aren't
Pipe
enough.
bombs.
I mean, they've already been using all of those violent means to confront the police and to confront the citizens. What does, clearly this woman has incited the community there to violence. She should be arrested for incitement to violence.
Well, if they're going to go after Trump for that, which they did, they should go after her for it. And you were right. This has been going on for over a year now, and she helped kick it off in the first place. You guys remember the video?
Yes.
And I should have, if I had been on the ball, I would have gotten us to cue that up ahead of time. But remember the video where she said the same thing. Get in their face. Get in their face. Get in their face.